The ugliest costumes ever made have arrived in Mortal Kombat 1. And just look at that dislike bar. I don't think players are happy about this. And when I explain to you why the costumes look this way, you're not gonna believe it. Then after that, we're also gonna talk about the new update that changed a bunch of stuff for Mortal Kombat 1. Because another day means more Mortal Kombat 1 news. I'm covering it all the time on this channel, so if you want to stay up to date, then make sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss any future videos. And then after watching, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. It helps my channel out a ton. And without any further ado, let's begin. Starting off with these ridiculous skins. Keep in mind, this season is supposed to be all about Molina, and as a result, you would expect all the characters to have maroon, violet, maybe some pink. You get the idea, right? Molina's colors. But we didn't get that at all. Instead, players are stuck with these yellow, green, red skins that resemble nothing about Molina. So of course, this had every player scratching their heads or being downright angry because they were expecting Molina's colors, but they get this instead. Well, like I said earlier, there's a crazy story behind this. And a very big shout out to Interloco, who keeps appearing on this channel lately, because very soon after the Peacemaker update dropped, he went into the data files and downloaded all the different costumes and folders and just overall had a look at everything, and he discovered that for some reason the invasion file is named Season of Chaos. Yeah, it definitely should not be named that. It should be called Season of the Huntress, because that's what it's called when you turn on Mortal Kombat 1. Season 4 is called Invasion of the Huntress because it's Molina's season. But once again, the data files do not reflect that. They say Season of Chaos. And let's think for a second. Which character in Mortal Kombat 1 is known for chaos? Oh yeah, Havoc. And not just any Havoc, but the Chaos Realm Havoc that we see in the end credits after beating story mode. A lot of players online all over social media were quick to point out that the new colors in Season 4 greatly resemble Havoc and even his teammates. Each of them are wearing green, red, yellow, all these colors that clash kind of grossly because chaos, right? There's not meant to be a coordinated color scheme. It's meant to look kind of random. And then on top of the colors, every character also has a crazy hairstyle of some kind. It kind of looks like Mad Max or Borderlands themed, right? Just crazy haircuts, crazy outfits that make no sense. You get the idea, chaos. And then finally, there's the scars and the burn marks. Titan Havoc and his partners are all covered in scars and burn marks, which once again is the case for many of the new skins in Season 4 of Invasion. So when you take all these factors into consideration, it really does seem like NetherRealm decided to give us the Chaos Realm costumes, but still go ahead with Molina's season. You have her opening cutscene, she is going to be the final boss, you're going to unlock her skin, and there's going to be an ending cinematic when you defeat her as well. And then on top of that, the bosses also work for Molina and get that brief introduction from Liu Kang, right? So everything about Invasion is Molina except the costumes, which for some reason are the Season of Chaos skins, which were meant for Havoc's season. That definitely does appear to be the case because the only thing even slightly Tarkatan about these new costumes are the eyes. If you zoom in really closely, they are a golden yellow, just like Molina when she enters her Tarkat form. However, outside of that, these costumes look nothing like Molina, and if they were actually meant to be the costumes for Molina's season all along, they were always meant to look like this, then I just gotta say, that was a really poor decision. If it's Sub-Zero's season, then have all the color palettes and costumes look like Sub-Zero. Add some ice effects in there too. And then if it's Scorpion's season, give people fire-themed outfits. Give them those cool tattoos too. I think the tattoos were an interesting touch. But then later on, when it's time for Molina's season, give everybody violet, maroon, purples, and pinks. That's how you have to do it. Unfortunately, it definitely does look like NetherRealm was ready for Season 4 of Invasions in every regard except for the skins. For some reason, the Molina palettes and new skins were not ready, and so instead they gave us the Season of Chaos skins. But as you all know, I love making these videos interactive, so let me know in the comments section, how do you feel about these new costumes? I admit that most of them are gross and terrible looking, but at the same time, there are some skins that I do like, but keep in mind, I'm known to have terrible taste sometimes. But for a few fast examples, I think the Scorpion skin looks pretty cool. It's oddly satisfying in a peacocking kind of way, and the same goes for Sub-Zero. It's an oddly appealing skin to me because it looks so ridiculous. And I also think Reiko and General Shao look pretty cool as well, along with Liu Kang. And even this really awful Katana skin is starting to grow on me just because she has the ridiculously bizarre mohawk and the crazy quilted patterns on her pants. Even though these costumes do look terrible, I still do appreciate how they're not just color changes. There's also new textures and bump mapping, little things like that. But unfortunately, overall, these skins look downright awful, and especially more so because we were expecting Molina costumes. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention something really interesting to me. Ashura has a color scheme that does not look like everybody else's. Instead, her new skin actually does kind of fit Molina. She's wearing mostly maroon and purple with a bit of green, and that's it. There's no crazy pattern anywhere, she's not wearing yellow, her eyes don't look tar cotton, there's no scars or burns, so I'm thinking this might actually be one of the Molina skins that slipped through. Alright, so next up, let's talk about the update. A lot of stuff came with the Peacemaker update, including a new combo trial for every single character, and that can be a good thing if you want to get a few extra coins really quickly to spend at the shrine. And speaking of the shrine, a bunch of new stuff got added there as well. For example, Kung Lao got his casual outfit from story mode, and the same is true for Raiden. He also got his casual outfit from story mode. For some reason, Natara's boss costume from Invasion is there too, with a bunch of palettes. Oh, and there's also Evil Reptile. That's right, the Evil Titan Reptile finally has his costume, but it's not in the shrine, it's in Invasion mode, but it's really easy to get. It's in the first area, you're definitely gonna find it, especially if you use Google. And real quick, I also wanted to talk about Invasion, because your character levels up so much faster now. I was playing with Peacemaker, and before I finished even the first realm, I already had him at level 10 or something, and already unlocked most of his stuff, which is much faster than it was before. For anyone brand new to Mortal Kombat 1, the grind used to be ridiculous. It took way too long to level up one of your characters, and as a result, players would find a way to grind a certain area of the map and just repeat that level over and over again, because that really was the best way to level up your character and also earn some coins really quickly. However, unfortunately, NetherRealm got rid of that. You can no longer repeat the same node over and over again to farm XP, and that's likely because they want you to level up more naturally and actually finish Invasion mode instead of grinding one spot over and over again. So once again, I'm happy at how much faster your characters level up now. Alright, but back on track, finally we have the shop items. I'm not a big fan of the shop items, especially these ridiculous prices, and in fact, in one of my future videos, I'm going to teach you how to get one of these costumes for free, no money spent. But okay, back on track once again, the shop items right now are classic themed costumes. So we got Mortal Kombat 3 Scorpion, Mortal Kombat 3 Smoke, Mortal Kombat 2 Sub-Zero, which is interesting, where he has no mask and the scar. That's kind of cool, I guess. I know for a fact some people really do like those classic costumes even in the modern games, but for me personally, I don't think they quite hold up for whatever reason. The Mortal Kombat 2 costumes look dope, but the MK3 just never looked that good to me. In the new games, I mean. In the classic games, they looked fine, but in the new games with the updated graphics, they just never quite measure up, which is not true for the 3D era costumes. Those still look awesome, so bring more of those back instead, please. I understand the classic costumes are cool, but they do it every single game. But once again, that's just my opinion. Please don't hate on me. And also, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like down below. It helps my channel out a ton. And then finish that combo by subscribing and ringing that bell so you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.